Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of GregTech New Horizons. Last time we just got finished with putting a roof on our house, and this week we'll be working a lot on progression. Now, a lot of our current progression is going to be utilizing the iron that we spent a little bit getting, working on all of these different things. One of the first things that I want to take a look at is this better lunch bag quest, because food has been a little bit of an annoyance. So this takes some double iron plates, some iron screws, and a screwdriver. So let's just knock that out. All right, let's take, all of these look pretty good. None of them seem too much better. Let's take the pizza. And did that unlock anything else? No. So overall, this lunch box is not a significant improvement over the bag, but it does save us some inventory spaces because now we can put our different foods in here like so. Let's look into this tan leather because I see a backpack and a sleeping bag, which seems really nice. Or leather woven cotton, we can do that. Here's our leather. I think we used up all our string, so we might need to get some more of that. And we need a drying rack. This is optional. Well, all three of these are optional, but I assume that it's because we're actually going to need to use this. So this is slabs, screws, and a screwdriver. We have all of that. And there's our drying rack. So I believe we'll just toss it here for the time being. So I think what it wants us to do is craft this bound leather and then dry it on the drying rack. So we might actually end up wanting some more of them, but I don't know how much bound leather we can make. All right, so it looks like we have exactly enough leather for 2, so maybe we'll just craft up one more drying rack and one more bound leather. All right, so that's 2 drying racks, 2 leather bound. So that will get this quest done after waiting, looks like about 10 minutes. So we'll wait for that. What is this? Let's just check this off, nothing to get. Crowbar is more for machines and stuff. Oh, it needs blue. Can it be any source of blue? It can be any blue. File, hammer, and some metal rod. Okay. And that's the crowbar done. We'll just throw this in here since we have no use for it for now. But getting some food out of it is nice. Okay, for our next quest, how about we look at... let's try this more compact storage. This over here. So we're gonna need 8 double 4 screws, 2 chests. All of this is stuff that we know how to make. So let's get that done. Boom, 2 iron chests. Now for our reward, we obviously take the loot bag. All right, gold is smelted up. Let's get this gold chest cooked up as well. All right, gold chest obtained. We will also take a loot bag. So let's take a look at this gold chest. That's bigger than, it's still 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 3 chests worth. And iron is just a regular double chest. That's a nice improvement. Next up is we need to make the other casts, and we need to make a, we already have made a mattock. So we just need to make an axe head and a tool rod cast. And we do have some ore berries that we can throw down. We're low on copper, but we can smelt down this copper binding. So we have 1 ingot of aluminum brass. We have some copper in here. Let's throw in some more aluminum. And honestly, we might as well upgrade our mattock. So let's toss in 2 more iron ingots, and that should give us an upgraded mattock as well. Alright, everything's melted down. Let's cast an iron shovel. We'll throw in our stone axe head and get our aluminum brass. Make a cast. And then iron again. Make an iron axe head. And then we will get a stick cast. It looks like a stick doesn't work. We actually need a proper tool rod. So how about we go make a wooden tool rod if it allows, otherwise a stone one. Alright, and that is the last tool rod, or the last cast. Nevertheless, we just want the loot bag. Alright, while we were doing that, our tanned leather has finished. So let's hand in this quest. And we'll take the loot bag once more. Alright, now we have 3 more quests that have opened up. We want a sleeping bag, wool, carpets. These are things that we should be able to get. But we need another tanned leather. For a backpack, we should be able to make both of these. But we're going to want, I think, the sleeping bag first, which means we're probably going to need to handle our cow situation. Remember, our issue was that we were killing our villagers with the death explosions. So we'll probably just try to dig out the villagers and throw them in a separate hole, or maybe like put up a fence or something. So yeah, let's make like separate pens, and we're not going to toss them in a hole. We'll make an above ground pen for it, but we'll make separate pens for the villagers and for the cows. Alright, so we've separated 2 pens, one for the villagers and one for the cows, and we have these handy little carpet jumps in order to help us get in and out while the mobs can't. And in order to actually get the villagers in here, I don't know if there's a way to like actually attract them, but with a couple of one-way paths, like a villager will just path over the fence and into the pen, hopefully they will just over time end up all in the pen without dying to the natural elements. And we did breed up the cows, so we got some babies, but we'll let the population grow a little bit before we make our way and try to handle this tanned leather quest with more leather. So that'll just be a bit of a waiting game for these quests. Let's take a look at which one we should do next. Let's try this drawers quest. Seems like it could be productive. Alright, and here is our drawers quest done. We also have this other barrel quest, better barrels, which require chests, logs, and slabs. So it should be no problem to craft up 5 of those. And boom, 5 of these. We'll take the loot bag once more. Next on the list, let's take a look at this. We need crops, which we make with long sticks, which we make out of logs, it looks like, with a file and a saw. That's not nearly enough. Alright, while we wait to get some wood to finish off this crops quest, let's take a look at some other things. We need an iron scythe. This can be made with plates and ingot sticks, all of the stuff that we already have, so let's get that done. And boom. Quite simple. We'll take the loot bag. So what does this do? It clears out a 5x5 of leaves, crops, flowers, or grass. Nice. Let's look at the next quest. XP drain seared tank. I don't know if we have any seared stuff left over. Let's take a look at our other old house. There's still a chest here with some stuff. We have 6 seared bricks. I don't think that's enough for a tank. No, since we need the blocks as well. So that will require another 16 on top of 4. So we need 20 in total. Alright, so let's leave that for the time being. Dispensers. Ooh. Go and find one in a witchery circle? Okay. So we can actually do that. We have some witchery circles. Like this one here. Is there another one closer? I'm not seeing one. So our best bet is just to run over to here and grab this, the loot from over here. We'll tackle that a little bit later. Let's see if there's something that we can do more immediately. This is to make shears. Okay, this is a little important, so let's get this one done. We need plates, screws we already know how to make. How to make an iron ring. This is a rod with a hammer and file. Okay, that's not bad. And there we go, shears also done. We'll take the loot bag for this. That did open up another chest, which is to make a butchery knife. Oh! So this actually does help us with one of our problems. And that's the fact that mobs exploding when they kill. So let's go ahead and craft this thing up. It requires plates and a stick. Again, not too bad. And here we go. A looting 2 sharpness 1 butchery knife. Now, I'm not sure if this is worth the iron that we spent on it, but let's quickly give it a test run. Let's try to take out one of these cows. Maybe with a crit? How much damage does it do? Does it say? 5.0. That's more than a cow has health, but a crit should be enough, so... yeah, there we go. And looting is nice because that gets us more leather, which is just very nice to have. Alright, while collecting some wood and leather for our quests, it came to my attention that there's actually this quest here for animal farms. And we're going to set up 4 different animal farms for this one. And, well, it's not like we have a ton of space in the village currently. So I'm thinking we knock out these 2 houses and we throw up 2 pens. And then maybe, man, the mobs underground are really noisy. And then maybe we'll put up a chicken farm somewhere like back here. And that should get us covered for those 4 animal farms for the quest. Alright, while we were digging out this house, we appear to have found the source of all of the mob sounds. There's just immediately below the surface a hollow spot, and I suspect that this continues under a large chunk of this side of the village. If you look at the mini-map, just zoom in a little bit. It seems to extend going this way a bit, and yeah, we're gonna have to clear this out, if only for the sake of cleaner sounds. Now, given the amount of mobs down here, I'm a little scared to do too much. Wow, my sword isn't even... so it seems likely that we'll slowly progress by blocking off our path and lighting it up with torches. We have gotten... Whoa. Let's be a little careful. Nothing caught on fire. So we have gotten a handful of torches. Now it's just a matter of clearing this out. And one thing that will help for that is F7. So if we press F7, we get a bunch of yellow crosses on the ground, and these represent light level. If we put down a torch, then you'll see the crosses disappear, and that's everywhere that the torch is providing enough light to stop mob spawning. Yellow X's indicate that there is skylight, while red X's will indicate no light whatsoever. Oh boy, there's a lot more down here than I bargained for. Let's block it off here. We are withered. Let's eat up. 1 heart. Oh, half a heart. Well, no big deal. 21 levels. Not actually that valuable, I don't think. We can get plenty. Alright. Moving forward. Right. So our goal is primarily just to make sure that... Ooh. caught me off guard there. Is primarily just to make sure there's no red X's. And we'll just inch forward. Even if we overspam torches, that's fine. Also, while we're back here, we do have this iron sword blade. Let's go ahead and maybe make a better sword. This one does 5 damage. We should be able to get something that does more than that. Now, Tinker's offers us 3 different kinds of sword. It gives a broadsword with blocking, which we can do like this. Slows our move speed, but reduces the damage we take. There is the longsword. This lets us lunge, which is nice. It has the same damage as the broadsword of moderate. And then there's the rapier, which has low damage, but it lets us attack more quickly, as well as ignore armor. So this ends up being more powerful the more armor an enemy has, as well as the more damage modifiers you can stack on a weapon with, like, I believe quartz gives damage, since the faster attack speed is significantly better with additional damage. I really like the longsword personally, so we're going to try this out. We need this half moon shaped thing, which we have 1 out of obsidian, 1 out of bronze. Obsidian is the superior choice. Alright, we also, I guess, have the options of the pan, which has low damage, but can stun, as well as the sign, which low damage as well as reflect damage. I'm not quite sure about that. I think because this is a relatively big undertaking, let's stick with what we know and make a long sword. Hey, we can throw our old sword away. And let's continue the advance into the depths. Okay, I think if we go a little bit further, we'll have blocked off most of the spawning space in range of the village. We're also seeing a new ore. Kaolinite. That sounds like copper? But I'm not sure. We'll have to mine that to check. Alright, we've circled back around, I believe. That guy's got a fishing rod, and he knocked us down. There's a creeper down here. Just have to be wary of that. Where did the creeper go? I swear I saw a creeper. Okay, so we have cleared out a large chunk of this cave. However, there's still more to be cleared out, and it looks like it's under this house. That said, there's also something else going on. If you look at the top bar, there's a king slime. So how about we go and we try to check that out. Let's grab our bed since it's almost night. Hopefully he didn't just despawn.
Who's that Pokemon?
Alright, so I forgot to record me actually killing the king slime. I had the recording paused, but it was relatively straightforward. He got stuck on a tree and we just smacked him with the sword, and we got this king slime shovel, which has a ludicrous mining speed and durability, and on top of that it has more damage than the sword, which is awesome. So with 7... wait, never mind, it's the same damage as the sword. Anyway, we did end up finding another cave under this house as well, but we are out of torches. So while we wait for our charcoal to smelt up, we threw some logs into the coke oven. This guy's gonna be a pain. So while we wait for the charcoal to smelt up, we're gonna just tear out this house and maybe clear out some of these mobs. Ooh. Okay, that's partially cleared out. Let's empty out our inventory, maybe grab some of that loot and see what we get. Alright, nothing too crazy yet. We got a projectile protection 4 gold helm, which is nice, but ultimately unnecessary, I think. That said, we're getting a ton of XP. Level 29? We also ended up getting a cow trophy from the cow killing. I'm not quite sure what the cow trophy does for us. Wait, did it just give us a leather? I think that's what just happened. Was it on breaking it? Now, in terms of the ore that we found, this stuff, the kaolinite, there's 4 things in here. We got a couple of them. We got glauconite sand, kaolinite, fuller's earth. This is a magnesium silicon. This is aluminum and silicon. This is potassium, magnesium, and aluminum. So very, very interesting metals. Not ones that we need immediately, but handy to have, I guess. Let's also check in on our charcoal production. Looks like we're exactly half done. So let's turn those into torches. We only get 2, unfortunately, because GregTech being GregTech. And let's use these to kind of light up this cave here. Alright, mini creeper taken care of, I guess. A torch at this height. Start. This does connect into the previous cave. Okay, that makes sense. We got full-sized creepers. Mini creepers. Exploding shots. Okay, okay. We're dying, we're dying, we're dying. We're alive. Somehow. Red creeper. That does not look pleasant. The mobs are never ending down here. What the hell? That was a ton of nonsense. Wow. Okay, well, we're going to recover our stuff. What the hell? This is rapid fire explosions? Did we lose anything to those explosions? Looks like everything's mostly alright. A shovel took a ton of damage from that. I guess dying? Okay. If dying reduces durability, it's important that we put our shovel away. Okay, back into the depths. Drowning creeper, it said? That does not sound fun. Well, drowning or not, it is dead. That sounds like the skeleton again. Let's get our cobblestone. Make a cobblestone pillar of safety. Yep, there's that guy again. Oh my goodness, he's dead. Maybe now we can finally light this place up. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Right, we did get something out of that. We got ourselves a bombcraft treasure? Yeah. Okay, moving on. Just a couple more torches will be enough. It looks like the end of that. Oh, this is the other cave once again. Alright, so we have explored this fully. This should be illuminated. There should be no more mob problems under our base. Okay, with all that done, let's fill this in now. And there we go. Problem solved. It looks like it's not fully solved. We still have some mobs showing up right about under here. So maybe we'll explore that in the future. But for the time being, we no longer hear non-stop zombie groans, which is a huge plus. Unfortunately, it looks like that's all the time we have for today's episode. While we did get some progress done on our quests here, because we ended up getting distracted by the whole cave fiasco over there, we got less done than we had planned, and it looks like we're no closer to figuring out how to get to the elusive steam age. I suspect it might be related to this copper, tin, bronze thing, since that's the most progression looking thing left in our quests. But we'll knock out the rest of these and maybe look for copper and tin on the next episode of GregTech New Horizons.